Dust swirled. The Colosseum pulsed. Thousands of voices roared, a single hungry beast. Emperors, senators, slaves, all united by spectacle. Today, Rome demanded blood, the arena floor baked under a merciless sun. Sand, stained crimson from countless battles, glittered like fool's gold. The air itself seemed to crackle, thick with anticipation. A hush fell. The crowd, a sea of faces, turned as one towards the tunnel's gaping maw. The moment had come. From its depths, a legend would emerge. Rumors flew through the city like poisoned darts. They spoke of a creature captured on the edge of the known world, a monster born of myth and nightmare. The last son of the Minotaur, half man, half bull they called him, a hulking abomination with the strength of a dozen men. His horns, wicked scimitars, could cleave a man in two. He was a force of primal rage, kept alive for one purpose, to die for the entertainment of Rome. The guards who dragged him to his cage spoke in terrified whispers. They described his bellows echoing through the night, said his eyes burned with a malevolent fire. The beast was fear given form. Cassius Vorenus, the butcher of Gaul, stood alone in his cell. The dim light cast long shadows on the stone walls, reflecting the scars of countless battles etched into his skin. A veteran of 100 battles, he had stared death in the face more times than he could count. Each scar told a story of survival, of victories hard won and comrades lost, yet a knot of dread tightened in his gut. Today was different. The air was thick with anticipation, and the weight of the unknown pressed heavily on his shoulders. The cheers of the crowd washed over him, a constant thundering wave. He ignored them, focusing instead on the task ahead. The roar of the masses was both a distraction and a reminder of the stakes. His focus narrowed to the feel of the worn leather straps against his calloused hands. Each movement was deliberate, a part of the ritual that kept his mind sharp and his spirit unbroken. To the weight of the gladius at his side, the familiar heft of the weapon was a comfort, a reminder of his skill and strength. This was his ritual, his dance with death. Each preparation was a step in the choreography of survival, a testament to his resilience. He had fought lions, tigers, men twice his size. Each opponent had tested his limits, pushing him to the brink of his abilities, but nothing in his long, brutal career could have prepared him for this. The challenge ahead was unlike any he had faced before. He was about to face a creature out of legend, a beast whispered about in hushed tones, a terror that had haunted the dreams of many. A monster that haunted the darkest corners of the Empire's nightmares. This was not just a fight for survival, but a battle for the very soul of Rome. Section 4. Steel meets fury. The gates swung open. The Minotaur's son exploded into the arena, all snorting fury and raw muscle. The crowd roared, a sound like thunder meeting the sea. Cassius stood his ground, a flicker of defiance in his eyes. The beast charged, a whirlwind of horns and hooves. Cassius rolled aside, narrowly avoiding the attack. The crowd gasped, their cheers turning to a collective shriek of terror and excitement. This was no ordinary beast. The air filled with the clang of steel and the guttural roars of the monster. Cassius, nimble and precise, danced around his lumbering opponent. He struck with deadly efficiency, aiming for vulnerable spots, exploiting any weakness he could find. Section 5. A dance of blood and sand. Sand flew as the two titans clashed, their weapons creating a symphony of destruction. Each strike was a testament to their skill and determination. The Minotaur's son, driven by primal rage, was a force of nature. His every move was calculated yet wild, a blend of raw power and tactical precision. Each blow could shatter bone and pulverize flesh. The sound of metal against metal echoed through the arena, a brutal symphony of war. But Cassius, fueled by years of experience and the cheers of the crowd, refused to yield. His eyes burned with a fierce determination, his every move a testament to his unyielding spirit. The air grew thick with the coppery tang of blood. It was a battlefield painted in red, each drop a testament to the ferocity of the combatants. Both combatants were wounded, their chests heaving, their bodies slick with sweat and gore. They were warriors in the truest sense, pushing beyond the limits of human endurance, yet neither would back down. Their resolve was unbreakable, their spirits unyielding. It was a testament to their warrior code. It was a fight to the death, a battle for the ages. Each moment was a clash of titans, a struggle for survival and glory. The crowd, initially a cacophony of sound, grew silent. Their eyes were glued to the spectacle, their breaths held in anticipation. They watched, spellbound, as the two figures, silhouetted against the blazing sun, continued their deadly dance. It was a scene of epic proportions, a moment frozen in time. This was a battle that would be etched in the very stones of the Colosseum. A legendary combat that would be remembered for generations to come, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the warriors. Section 6. Victory and Transformation. With a final, desperate lunge, Cassius thrust his sword deep into the beast's chest. The crowd held its breath, watching the intense struggle between man and monster. Every eye was fixed on the center of the arena, where the fate of the warrior hung in the balance. The Minotaur's son let out a roar that shook the very foundations of the Colosseum, before collapsing to the ground, its lifeblood staining the sand crimson. Silence descended, a stark contrast to the chaos that had just unfolded. Cassius, battered and bruised, stood over his fallen foe, his chest heaving. The weight of the battle pressed down on him, but he remained resolute, a symbol of endurance and strength. He had won, but at a terrible cost. The physical toll was evident, but the emotional scars ran deeper. Victory had come at a price, one that he would carry with him forever. As he stared down at the creature, he felt a strange sensation. It was as if the very essence of the beast was seeping into him, merging with his own spirit. A heat, starting in his hand, spread through his body. The crowd erupted, their cheers a distant echo in his ears. The sensation grew stronger, more intense. They chanted his name, their cheers washing over him like a tidal wave. The energy of the crowd was palpable, a living force that surged through the arena. But Cassius barely heard them. His vision blurred, the world around him becoming a hazy swirl of colors and sounds. He struggled to stay upright, to maintain his grip on reality. The air around him shimmered with a strange energy. It was as if the very fabric of reality was shifting, bending to some unseen force. The blood of the Minotaur, he realized, was no ordinary blood. It pulsed with a mystical energy, a power that was now coursing through his veins, transforming him in ways he could not yet comprehend. Section 7. The Minotaur's Legacy. The light faded. Cassius stood, his body trembling over the lifeless form of the Minotaur's son. The crowd was still cheering, but their cheers seemed distant, muffled. He looked down at his hands. They felt different, stronger, alien. A primal roar escaped his lips, a sound that echoed the fallen beast. The crowd fell silent. They gazed up at him, their champion, their eyes wide with a mixture of awe and terror. Cassius Vorenus, the butcher of Gaul, was gone. In his place stood something else, something powerful, something monstrous. The blood of the Minotaur, a curse, whispered the terrified onlookers, had claimed another victim.